We train international students from all over the world. For international students, coming to a new country can be challenging and daunting. I make sure that they feel safe and get acquainted with their new surroundings and transition into flight training smoothly.
Avel is like the best place I've been for my training because the instructors are really good. My primary instructor is John, and he has so much experience, like years of experience, and he'll tell you like a lot of tricks and tips and hints, and he'll really help you with your flight training. I just had my first solo today, and it's exciting. It's being able to fly by on your own. That's one of the greatest things in my life. It's pretty fun to meet students from other countries and other backgrounds, and you learn from each other, and that's one of the greatest things. Highly recommend, especially in this Chicagoland area. I think Avel, I mean, I researched other places like Wind City Flyers and ATP and many other institutes, but what's good about Avel Flight School is there are like courses, like not just flight courses, but dispatch course and other courses that they can learn about aviation.
It's always been nice to have training under this institution. Instructors are one of the best instructors I have ever had. Everyone is always ready to help us out. First solo, well, yeah, I was a bit nervous and it was like full of excitement. First time I have been up in the cockpit without Tom, so I was a bit lonely, but yeah, it was full of excitement. I feel prepared, like Tom has given me more than enough training for that, so I was a bit prepared for that. According to my personal experiences, I would definitely like to recommend each and everyone to this flight school.
The quality was very good. Actually, I like this flight school because they are teaching very well how to fly. I mean, everything, the ground school and just the flight training. It's very good and I like it. Actually, it changed my life because now I can be a pilot, you know. This airport is a pretty big airport. I'm from Poland, and the biggest airport in Poland is smaller than DuPage here. So it's a good experience. Actually, no, personally, I think that after flying with our instructors, you're prepared for your check ride, so you don't need to worry about the check ride. What I can say about Prashant is I think I mean, I flew with a couple of instructors, and seriously, he's the best instructor I've ever met, because he exactly knows how to teach and how to explain everything in such easy language. I mean, yeah, the good thing is also the accommodation, because again, you're paying just once a month and you're not worrying about nothing, all utilities and everything.
My vision for maintenance here at Avel Flight School is to make sure that we have the top-notch airplanes and that they're maintained in the safest, most efficient manner as we possibly can. I like to give the students as much hands-on opportunity as I can in accordance or to go along with their flight training so that they can understand the systems better, understand the airplanes better.
Lauren Taylor, she's really a nice lady. When I came over here, my first day, I knew no one over here. She was the first lady, and she took me all over the places, to the Walmart and rest of the grocery stores and rest places. She arranged everything. She has done my TSA, my savings and my accommodation and everything. She managed everything very well. My check rides, it was like, I never had to worry for that. My check ride fees were paid and everything was ready. I just have to be prepared myself.
Sims are a great learning basically, and 2 sims in the school, it's a great deal. And having a personal classrooms, you can sit in the classroom without any disturbance, and they are quietly equipped with all the stuff you need. Daniel, who's our maintenance chief, I think it's pretty good because he does what we want to get fixed in the aircraft on time, so we don't get delayed in our flights. I feel this school was pretty cheap as compared to the cost cuttings, which included everything like uniform, books, simulators, ground school unlimited, books, uniform, everything. I mean, it was pretty good, cost effective. Everything in Chicago is pretty nice. I mean, I've been to downtown, John Hancock Building, Sears Tower, Navy Pier, everything is nice. Talking about the management, talking about Prashant first, I think he's been a great mentor. It's a great learning from him as far as his experience is concerned. Personally, he has been helping my personal life too, and professionally, obviously, he's been doing everything out of the way he can do. I mean, I feel comfortable talking to him, approaching him, everything. It's very nice. And if I talk about Lauren, she's the manager. She's easily accessible. I mean, there's no hesitation to talk to her about anything. She's easily available, ready to help everybody, each student. I personally have been recommending Avel Flight School before too, and in the near future also I'll recommend the Avel Flight School because of their culture, with the way they teach everybody.
Maintenance center, actually it's a great thing. Most of the schools doesn't do that maintenance center, because if there is any breakdown, small breakdowns in the plane, will be grounded and we won't be able to fly. Since we are having our own maintenance center, it is that time period which it takes for the plane to get it back to flying, the time period is reduced and we get a more flying. My first solo, I was very much excited and scared, but I was confident that I can do it. My instructor gave me good encouragement. My principal, Lauren, everyone gave me good encouragement. It was good, I was excited. DuPage is one of the best airspaces actually. It has a parallel runway and a cross runway, and we have different traffic patterns here, so it's a controlled airspace. There is a Bravo airspace nearby, so it is a good place to learn flying here. Our principal, Lauren Taylor, she's really helpful. When the day when I came here, she helped me with a lot of shopping actually, the things which I need essentially, my bank accounts. She made clear I'm set with everything which I need to survive here. Prashant is our chief flight instructor and owner of the flight school. He's a very good person, he's a very good human being. He taught us many things actually, not just the flying or the ground schools, beyond that, he taught us how to be a good pilot, how to be disciplined, how should we dress in the aviation field, how the view of us should be. He taught us everything. I mean, he shared his life experience with us, both this view.
The quality of my training out here was really good, and having Ashwin as a flight instructor, the ground school, what he teaches was really good. He has a simple way of teaching which really sets in your mind. So the instructors out here are really good, especially Ashwin, Tom and John. I mean, they taught me almost everything. Having the ground school here is pretty good, because if you go to other schools, they actually charge you for, per hour as per the ground schools, and over here it's like whatever you want and how much ever you want for the ground school. The principal, Lauren, out here is, she was really helpful. It's more like she's the mother of the school, which, she helps out the students in every way possible. So the owner of the school, Prashant, he's helped me a lot. Like, there was this one time when I was kind of scared going for my cross country, and he gave me some stories which really helped me to overcome the fear. And the next thing I know, I was on that flight and I completed my cross countries. I would definitely recommend Avel Flight School, because at least in Chicago, it's one of the best.
Here at Avel Flight School, we strive to be the home away from home. My door is always open for students, regardless if it's for a casual conversation or if there is anything they need help with. I'm always here to help where I can.